Hey everyone, Sal here, back with another loot video. Gonna make this one a bit quicker, a little more informal. Just mostly recording this for posterity's sake and for me being able to look back on this for future leagues or just general data collection type stuff. So this time around I killed 64 Uber Maven. My last video I put out, I had a bunch of loot from Uber Sirus. And the way I've been doing that, I also run some invitations, both Atlas invitations and Conqueror invitations. So as a byproduct, you do get some Maven kills stacked up as well. And I did want both of the new flasks added. Still no luck on the Sirus, approaching 150 kills at this point. But fortunately, got a bit luckier on the Maven side of things. Although I wasn't holding out hope. So yeah, let's get into it, I suppose. Some of the raw numbers first. Like I said, 64 Uber Maven. I got in total, you can see the other tab here as well, 22 Legacy of Fury, 12 Viridi's Veil, 24 total belts, including 10 Olesa's Delight, Olesia, maybe? 5 Arn's Anguish, and 9 Graven's Secret here. If we can showcase that a little better. Then I got 2 Doppelganger guys. Pretty early on, this is a low drop rate, suspected 2% based on community data. And one of them was perfect, so that's pretty amazing. And pretty high percentile base defense rolls there as well. 474 out of 491 and 103 out of 107. You know, goes a long way on top of this being perfect already. So that at the very least is one for the collection and potentially usable for some kind of build in the future. Maybe I'll do an all Maven build using all of her uniques at some point. Some type of themed build. One of the Viridi's Veils was also a perfect +2 gems and 25 all-res. The armor and energy shield rolls are low, but those are just less relevant overall. Also picked up 13 Awakened support gems. Last league, they were more plentiful as I understand it. I didn't kill a ton of Mavens at all, and definitely not any Uber Mavens last league or the last few leagues. But supposedly it used to be 60+% drop rate for an Awakened support gem. And now that seems to be down to about 25%. The impossible escapes, I only have 2 of them. It is suspected about 6% based on the rates listed in the wiki, similarly to the Forbidden Flame and Flesh Jewels from Exarch and Eater. However, that is not anywhere near the rate I've gotten. These are the only 2 I've ever gotten from Maven of any kind. And so this would be, I would expect, 2 more in this number of kills, roughly, if it was a 6% drop rate. But I've killed, you know, a couple dozen other Mavens this league plus last league even. Let's just cut it off there. And still only these 2. Solipsism and Unwavering Stance. Unwavering Stance is by far the better one of these 2, because it allows you to access some nodes over here, Prismatic Skin, and one of the other +1 nodes if you're using something like Melding of the Flesh, or if you just want, you know, to spend a jewel socket and an additional point. That's 3 points for +2 all-res. Not the worst depending on what you're going for. The other one is Solipsism and isn't super ideal. You can pick up this reservation efficiency here. The 6% effect is not really worth it in solo self-found, and I'm not playing any minion builds anytime soon, so the AoE on that is effectively not worth anything. If you're running some kind of CI and or mine-based build, this one actually seems pretty good. Could pick up potentially Path of the Servant here for spell damage, and mana, Energy Shield with Foresight, and mine-based stuff over here. Mine throwing speed especially is pretty good. I don't think these other ones are particularly worthwhile, but 12% throwing speed is pretty substantial if you can pick that up for 1 point and you need the reservation efficiency or something. And then the big one, of course, is the fact that I did get a Progenesis. I got my first one on my 54th kill, I believe. And that would be this one. I did divine this because, you know, I got the flask and I was like, time to use it. Let's make it at least decent and potentially sustainable on my Pathfinder build that I actually kill the Ubers with. I decided not to really use it on that build. I might fit it in at some point, but I'm comfortable with my setup now. And then a couple of kills later, I think it was 4 kills later, I got another one. And this is how it rolled naturally. Very close to perfect. 17% reduced charges used and 34% duration. So I've been using that on this character, and this flask alone is going to be the difference between this character potentially hitting 99 and not, because I was making some progress prior to having the flask towards level 99, but every now and then, you know, I'd get up to 15%, 18%, and then die once. Then I'd get up to 25% and then die once. Then up to 30% and die twice, sort of deal. It takes a while to get to that point. I'm not dying left and right or anything, but this flask saves me enough that the progress is significantly more steady, so that's pretty great. And none of the super rare drops apart from Progenesis, which don't get me mistaken or anything like that. I am very glad to have the flask, especially one as well rolled as this, especially in case it gets nerfed. But yeah, no Echo Forge, no Reliquary Key, and no Exceptional Support Gem. Awaken Exceptional Support Gem, that is. And those things are all super rare anyways. The wiki has Echo Forge listed at 1%. I think that's significantly rarer now after the buffs to the item itself. Awaken Exceptional Support Gems are just incredibly rare to begin with, so I'm never really holding out hope for those or anything. Main hope was just in Progenesis, as I said. So yeah, that'll be pretty much it for this video. Bit of a shorter one, just to post the update on what I've been doing as the league starts to calm down and I am spending less time in the game. I'm still probably going to push for some Uber Sirus kills and see what I can get up to. I also want to clean up my stash and a ton of other things. Still considering if / how much I want to play Standard next league. There's kind of a lot of stuff I'm interested in, like I have a ton of Scarabs to use for various map strategies, mostly like divination card farming, the apothecary and whatnot. And speaking of, during the infinite sextant harvest strategy, I ended up getting an apothecary in Haunted Mansion. So that's pretty amazing. Happy to have that, and maybe if I have a reinvigorated interest, or I wrap up some of the other stuff I'm working on at the moment, games playing and such, I will come back to the league and try to push for some of those, because I at least want to test out the strategy. I've just been wanting to finish off my Sirus kills prior to that, but maybe I just have to give up that and make a push on some of the Crimson Temple or Haunted Mansion farming instead. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.